In every period of history, there is someone who changes how people think, shop, and live. But no one expected that a quiet, curious boy from Albuquerque would become the creator of a global empire. He took a small online bookstore and turned it into a company that changed human habits. Before Amazon was worth trillions, before rockets with his name flew into space, there was just Jeff, dreaming, building things, and refusing to live an ordinary life. This is where it all began. Jeff Bezos was born on January 12, 1964. From a young age, he saw the world differently. While other kids played outside, Jeff took apart gadgets to understand them. By age 10, he had turned his parents' garage into a small science lab filled with wires, radios, and tools. He wasn't messy, he was training himself to invent. His mother often said, "Jeff didn't follow the rules, he created new ones." That way of thinking became his biggest strength. Life wasn't always smooth. Jeff's biological father left early, so he was raised by his mother, Jackie, and his stepfather, Miguel Bezos. Miguel came from Cuba and started out washing dishes, eventually becoming an engineer. From him, Jeff learned an important lesson. If you don't give up, you can build the life you want. Jeff never forgot that. Being smart was only part of who he was. Jeff was obsessed with the future. In high school, he talked about building floating space colonies. His teachers thought it was cute. Jeff believed it was possible. He graduated at the top of his class, then studied computer science and electrical engineering at Princeton University. Big companies wanted to hire him, and he landed a great job on Wall Street. He had money, success, and security. But comfort doesn't create legends. One day, Jeff read a report showing that internet use was growing by 2,300% every year. To most people, it was just a surprising number. To Jeff, it was a sign. He asked himself a question that would change his whole life. What can I build online that people will always need? His answer: books. Everyone thought he was crazy. Who would buy books on the internet? Why leave a high-paying job for a business that didn't even exist yet? Even his boss tried to stop him. But Jeff wasn't after safety. He wanted to make history. At age 30, he quit his job, packed a car with his wife and a laptop, and drove to Seattle. They wrote the business plan during the trip. In the beginning, there was no huge company, just a garage, a computer, and a dream. Amazon started with risk, not success. Jeff's goal was simple: build the world's largest bookstore. He worked non-stop. At night he wrote code. During the day he packed orders. He even drove boxes to the post office himself. At first, every order set off a small bell in the office. After a while, the bell rang so often they had to turn it off. That's when Jeff knew something big was happening. He wasn't just selling books. He was building a system: fast delivery, low prices, and total focus on customers. While competitors rested, Jeff kept planning. While others were happy with good enough, Jeff pushed for better. If you create a great experience, he said, customers tell each other. Word of mouth is powerful. Most entrepreneurs dream of owning a business. Jeff dreamed of owning the future. Customers kept coming, and orders never stopped. The garage, which once felt big and empty, was now full of books, packing tape, and the smell of new cardboard boxes. But success didn't make Jeff relax. It made him work even harder. Most businesses try to make money fast, but Jeff wasn't chasing quick profit. He was building something piece by piece, customer by customer. He believed happy customers were worth more than fast cash. Amazon moved out of the garage and into a small warehouse. Jeff hired a few employees, people who believed in his idea, or at least believed in his confidence. Every morning, the team worked at cheap desks, made from wooden doors, set on metal legs. Money was tight, but they were creative. Jeff even told workers to wear knee pads so they could move faster while packing boxes on the floor. It wasn't fancy, but it worked. And to Jeff, being fast and efficient was everything. The outside world still saw Amazon as just a cute online bookstore that might fail any day. Jeff didn't argue, he just kept growing. First books, then CDs, then DVDs, then electronics. To Jeff, Amazon wasn't just a store, it was a smart system that learned what customers wanted even before they knew it themselves. Investors complained that Amazon was losing too much money. Competitors made fun of it. Experts said the company would crash. But they didn't understand Jeff's thinking. His belief was simple. Your margin is my opportunity. When other companies raised prices, Amazon lowered them. When others shipped in days, Amazon shipped in hours. When customer service was unimportant for others, Jeff made it the center of everything. In every meeting, Jeff left one chair empty. That chair represented the customer. Every decision had to answer, will this make shopping better for them? If not, the idea was rejected. Competitors were scared because you can't beat a company that fights so hard for its customers. Then came the moment that nearly destroyed Amazon. The dot-com bubble burst. 1 year earlier, tech companies were getting billions of dollars. Then suddenly, they collapsed. Stocks fell, businesses shut down, and investors disappeared. Reporters said Amazon was finished. Bezos is done, they wrote. Amazon will not survive. Employees were nervous. Investors were furious. People told Jeff to slow down, spend less, and play it safe. But Jeff didn't panic. He cut costs where needed, but he refused to give up his long-term dream. We are building something that will last, he told his team. Not just survive, but change the world. While many tech companies disappeared, Amazon stayed alive, not because of luck, but because of hard work, smart planning, and patience. Jeff knew the internet wasn't a trend, it was the future. The world just didn't see it yet. After the crisis passed, Amazon came out stronger, and that's when Jeff made a bold decision. Amazon wouldn't just sell books or movies, it would sell everything: clothes, toys, tools, home items. If customers wanted it, Amazon would offer it. The dream of being the everything store was no longer just a dream. To make that real, Amazon needed huge warehouses where people and machines could work together. These fulfillment centers looked like giant cities of shelves, conveyor belts, scanners, and thousands of workers moving fast. Packages flew out of the buildings faster than anyone had ever seen. Customers were thrilled. Competitors were scared. Amazon was no longer a small online store. It was becoming a powerful giant, and Jeff was only getting started. Success often makes people relax, but comfort was dangerous for Jeff Bezos. While the world was finally beginning to understand how big Amazon really was, Jeff was already planning a future no one else could imagine. He didn't want Amazon to only earn money from selling products. He wanted Amazon to become the backbone of the internet itself. So he started building something strange and invisible, something most people thought made no sense. It was called Amazon Web Services, AWS. Back then, companies had to buy expensive, complicated servers to run their websites. Many new startups had great ideas, but no money to pay for such technology. Jeff saw a chance. What if Amazon rented out computing power the same way cities provide electricity? Pay only for what you use. No huge costs. Scale whenever you need. Even some Amazon executives didn't believe in the idea. They couldn't imagine companies trusting Amazon with their data and technology. But Jeff didn't need everyone to understand. He just needed them to build it. For almost 2 years, Amazon engineers worked quietly. Then AWS launched. No big celebration, no loud advertising. Still, something revolutionary had begun. Thousands of websites Apps and businesses that would have failed suddenly had the power to grow because of AWS. Soon, AWS wasn't just earning money, it was making huge profits. And those profits helped Amazon try bold ideas no other company was brave enough to attempt. And Jeff did exactly that. His next idea would change shopping forever. Jeff wanted customers to get their orders fast, not in weeks or days, but as soon as possible. So he created Amazon Prime, a yearly membership with unlimited fast shipping. Investors called it crazy. They thought Amazon would lose a lot of money, but customers loved it. Buying online was suddenly easier than going to a store. People stopped comparing prices. They simply said, "I'll just get it on Amazon." That new habit was worth billions. Still, Jeff wasn't done. He wanted to control everything, from warehouses to delivery trucks. So Amazon bought planes, vans, and built its own delivery network. Other shipping companies laughed until Amazon deliveries started arriving faster and cheaper. To the world, it looked insane. To Jeff, it was strategy. Then came his boldest idea yet: Amazon in people's homes. Not physically, but digitally. Amazon created Alexa, a voice-controlled assistant. At first, people thought it was just a fun gadget, but soon, millions of homes were using it. Amazon wasn't just delivering products anymore, it was understanding how people lived, what they wanted, and how they behaved. Every decision Jeff made followed one rule: start with the customer and work backward. Inside Amazon, Jeff was just as intense. Meetings were tough. Employees were pushed to think bigger, move faster, and bring solutions, not excuses. Some admired him, some feared him, but everyone knew he thought differently. He once said, "If you want to be understood, don't do anything new." Jeff didn't just create new things, he changed entire industries. By the late 2010s, Amazon was no longer just an online store. It was one of the most powerful companies on earth, shaping how people shop, work, and live. Yet even with all of this, Jeff's dreams were bigger. His childhood love for space never faded. He believed humans needed to explore beyond Earth. While Amazon grew on the ground, Jeff prepared to reach the sky. The journey that began in a small garage was now heading into space, and the world was ready to watch him try the impossible again. Even after building one of the most powerful companies in history, Jeff Bezos felt his biggest mission was still ahead of him. Since he was a child, he dreamed about space, about humans living beyond Earth, not stuck on one small, fragile planet. Most people thought it was impossible. Jeff thought it was necessary. He believed Earth should be the place we visit, not the place where all heavy work happens. If humans wanted to survive for thousands of years, we needed more space, more resources, and bigger vision. So he started Blue Origin, a company focused on creating reusable rockets. Not rockets that explode after one launch, but rockets that could land safely and fly again, just like airplanes. Experts told him it could never work. People in the space industry laughed, but they had laughed before, when he created Amazon, when he launched Prime, when he built AWS. Every time, they were wrong. For years, Blue Origin worked quietly. No big announcements, no loud promises. Jeff believed in patience, slow, steady progress. His motto was gradatim ferociter, step by step, with force. The world finally noticed when Blue Origin's rocket, New Shepard, launched into the sky, and then came back down, landing softly on its own legs. No parachutes, no crash into the ocean. Just a perfect landing. Suddenly, Blue Origin was making history. Cheaper space travel was no longer a dream. It was becoming real. But people still asked, why space? Why spend billions when there are problems on Earth? Jeff gave the same answer every time. If we want Earth to stay beautiful, we need to move pollution and factories away from it. Put industry in space. Keep our planet clean. The future required courage now. As Amazon became even bigger, Jeff stepped down as CEO and let someone else lead. Not because he was done, but because his mission was growing. Amazon was changing life on Earth. Now, Blue Origin aimed to change life beyond Earth. Meanwhile, Amazon kept improving. Faster deliveries, smarter warehouses, artificial intelligence, robots, and new ideas every year. Stores without checkout lines. Medicine delivered to your home. The world didn't just use Amazon, it relied on it. Some people admire Jeff Bezos, some criticize him, but nobody can deny this. He takes risks when others choose comfort. He accepts being misunderstood. He is obsessed with the future. From a small garage full of cardboard boxes, to a trillion-dollar company, to rockets flying into space. Jeff once said, "Life is too short to be small." That belief drives everything he does. Whether you love him, question him, or want to follow in his footsteps, one thing is clear. He changed the way the world works. One man, one mission. A mission that started with books and reached the stars.